Seriously.
Oh, we are live. Okay, cool. Welcome, everybody, to the Moca for Your Morning Show. Today we have really cool guests, and I honestly think today's show is going to be epic, so stay tuned. Well, I'm going to introduce our lovely guest. They are June and Clem, a local clothing boutique. And there's so many details, that new updates and things that I'm so excited for them to share with you guys. So why don't we get your names and what you do, where you're located.
So we are Abby and Becca. I'm Becca and Abby. And we actually are a local online clothing boutique. We're primarily online, although our clothes are now available at Magpie Home and Gift downtown. So that's kind of exciting. That's just been, we're in month 2 of that.
Yes. Yeah, we're super excited about that. We've been, we kind of got started just as moms and friends wanting to do that. So we've just kind of expanded now into our local, which is kind of where we wanted to be anyway, because we wanted to service our friends and and their daughters and everybody. So yeah.
Well, that's so cool. I absolutely love their clothes. I actually shop their spring collection, and it's so flattering for any size. Those of you that know me, I am extremely tiny, more than the average person, like super tiny. And so their clothes actually fit me perfectly, and I usually don't get that. So that was awesome. And okay, so you guys local? Like, what's the story? Were you guys born and raised in Prescott?
No, so actually, I was born in California.
Don't be scared.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know. So I'm from California, and Becca's from.
I'm from Phoenix, but my husband is born and raised in Prescott. Our kids are 5th generation Prescottonians. When we actually first started dating, I was like, I will never live in that podunk little town of yours. And here I am, and I love it. But coming from Phoenix, it seems so small. So we met 4 years ago.
About 4 years ago, when my husband and I moved here with our family. So we met probably that week that I moved here, and then kind of became friends, and then went on from there and started talking. And
it was really, so we started because we were taking our kids to Disneyland, and we told them that they had to earn money to go to Disneyland. So we started like crafting with them so they could earn money. And then we started talking about businesses and started talking about like what we felt like a need was, kind of a niche in clothing. And it kind of started from there. That was in like September of that year. And then by December, we were shopping for clothes and stocking our shop. And then we opened January of 2020, and then COVID hit.
Right.
Oh my gosh. We got thrown right into it. It was great.
Yeah. That's awesome. And you thrived through COVID, which is huge, because a lot of people either went down or their businesses just skyrocketed. What was your game plan? What was COVID like?
I think we were really fortunate in that because we were just starting, we didn't feel like we lost anything, and we didn't have really these grand expectations.
We also said, we kind of decided we wanted to spend, so much money to kind of get that going, because it wasn't necessarily something that we needed to sustain our lives. And so we just thought, let's be smart. We'll start small and then just kind of see, how we do from there. So we just tried to just be conscious of that. And so I think that didn't put us in a hole when COVID did finally hit, I guess.
Right. No, it's so true. It's so true. And then we were really able, I think a lot of people were spending time online during COVID. So we were really able to not just sell clothes, but to connect with people and to really network with other moms, other small business owners, but just also to connect with people who just felt like they needed something happy. So we tried to post happy things and fun things. So it was really about more than just the clothes.
Yeah. I love that when a business has such a bigger vision behind it, What is your advice for like people starting out a new business? You guys are both moms, so obviously you have like a super packed schedule. So it's not like you're focusing 100% on this. Like you have a million other things. What is your best advice?
I think that again, for us, starting small was really nice. Doing a lot of research, talking to a lot of people, which I think women we like to do that anyway. So it's like fun to network, and just to see how other people are doing it, and to be willing to share information, I think has been really awesome too, because it's like, I mean, I understand that businesses are competing in a sense, but at the same time, it's like helping the community, and it's helping our online community too. And so we just try to talk to others. And
I think so. I think we've never been competitive in the negative sense. I mean, obviously we want to build our business, but I think for us, it's just been about recognizing that there are so many people out there who are offering to provide resources or have feedback or have suggestions and advice, and really taking advantage of that, but then being willing to do that for other people. And then also, I think that we really were able to early on figure out what each of our strengths and weaknesses were,
right,
and to balance that out. There's certain things that I know that I'm good at and have been able to bring to the business, and things that I am not the organized person behind the business. That is Abby. Abby, that is one of her strengths, is she is organized. So Abby takes care of a lot of our, keeping our inventory in line and our shipping, and communicating with customers. And I do a lot of the social media and our website. And so it really balances out. I think being able to be realistic about what our strengths and weaknesses were, and accepting resources and help when it came to that.
That's really good. I'm starting something with my friend, and we're learning that balance. Like, hey, I'm a mom, so there's times where I won't be available or this and that. Right. And I feel like, I don't know, like it's so important to avoid that conflict, because you definitely don't want to ruin your relationship as friends over business,
I think setting up time to work on business stuff and then be separated from business stuff is healthy too, because especially when you're first getting going, or like for us, we do it out of our home a lot. And so it would be easy to just kind of get, bogged down with it constantly. And so we try to set up, like, we're going to talk about business like today at this time, and kind of work through that, instead of just it being so overwhelming.
Yeah. Has it ever been overwhelming?
There have definitely been times when we've both had to say, like, okay, we need to take a little break, and the business, not necessarily a break from the business, but it just wasn't our priority. And, I was just telling you, we took a little bit of a hiatus on social media this past month, just because we were so busy getting our kids back in school and getting back into a routine and getting back to life. And then we both just had things going on, and we were able to say, we just need to kind of ease back on that. And I think that's been really healthy for us, and we have really good communication. So I think that's good. And anytime we've even had, sometimes there's things that, over text, like, gets lost in translation, and we are so good about clarifying and never being upset with each other or anything. It works well. Okay, who's that? Is that Haley Knight? You're so cute. Thank you. They are cute clothes, and they are affordable. That was so important to us, that we wanted to provide clothes that were cute and stylish, but also at a really good price. We didn't want anyone feeling like they had to break the bank.
Right. And just, you can, obviously, Becca and I have very different body types, and recognizing that other people do as well, and trying to find a balance between that, to make sure we try to be really conscious of that when we are choosing the line that we're going to have for a particular season. It's like, okay, this would look really good on someone that was maybe kind of taller and lengthy. This would look, better on someone that was a little more curvy.
Yeah.
And even in these, tops that we wore today, like, recognizing that someone that maybe is a little, smaller up top here, like, would work better with something like this. And so anyway, we constantly are thinking about that when we're choosing clothes. Like, okay, who would this look good on?
And we have people who give us really good feedback. Like, we have a friend who, the last year has been all about really muted colors and lots of blushes and sage and cream. And she's like, get some jewel tones. And we were like, okay,
yeah,
because she can't be the only person. So we love that people are willing to give us feedback, and we take that into consideration. And then we both have teenage daughters, and we wanted to be able to provide them clothes as well that were that worked with their body types. Yeah. They have different body types, but also that they felt like that covered them in a certain way. Oftentimes a lot of styles they didn't want things that were short one way or the other. And that's not to say that that's wrong, but that for them, they didn't feel comfortable in that. So we want to be able to provide them clothes that they felt like were cute, but also were had some coverage.
Yeah, modest clothes. Because
Yeah.
I was reading the other day on Facebook, like, someone was like, oh my gosh, like, why is everything crop cut? I look like Winnie the Pooh. And that made me laugh so much. And I'm like, or even if you don't have a Winnie the Pooh shaping, you just don't want to be with a
Right.
crop top, you know?
Right.
Like, I don't want to be bending over and, so I'm huge on, that's what attracted me towards your brand, was a modest type of branding. And I feel like you shouldn't be ashamed, like, it's your brand and that's what you're catering to. And I love it. And they're so bum friendly too.
Yeah.
Like I had just had a baby when I had your brand.
Yeah.
And so I still had the baby kind of fat, and it was so comfortable, so I love that. I'm so excited because I have my maternity dress, like I'm saving them as maternity dresses too. So.
Oh, good. Oh, we love that.
But yeah. Well, we are so excited that you guys came here, and I appreciate you both so much, and I love what you guys are doing. How can people get in touch with you guys?
Instagram and Facebook and
So yeah, at June and Clem, all spelled out, on Facebook and Instagram. And then obviously we've got our, most of our new fall line is at Magpie locally. If you go in there and there's sizes that you don't see, or if you don't order online, you can do that as well. But yeah, that's the best way to get a hold of us.
Yeah.
I love it, and I highly recommend you guys go to Magpie. There's so many things other than their amazing clothes.
absolutely.
Yeah, actually, my line, Sammy and Nate, is there too.
Yes,
right next
Yes,
to
right
you
next
guys.
to us. We're
So if you're
good
in Mo-
partners. Yep.
yeah, we're neighbors right there. So you guys have all their information, and also it will be linked at the Prescott Times. And don't forget, every Tuesday, 9:45 to 10, we have the Moca for Your Morning Show. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you guys next Tuesday. See you.